Welcome to On the Chain. This is Chip here with Jeff. Wait a minute, there's no Jeff. Jeff's not here. No, Jeff is on special assignment. He will be reporting in probably on Saturday, but today we've got an amazing special guest for you tonight. Who is that? Well, if you were paying attention and you looked at the thumbnail, you would know exactly who that is. That is nobody else but none other than Mel Carmine, and he is here. We're going to be talking about the Quantum Summit. We're going to be talking politics. We're going to be talking about XRP. We're going to be workshopping almost everything you can think of, and then the things you haven't even thought of. So I'll bring him in 1 second. You guys ready to go? Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
So picking up co-host duties tonight is none other than, get ready, everybody. Get ready. Let me bring him in. This is none other than, drum roll, please. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. Boom. Mel Carmine. What's going on, Mel?
Brother, it was such a pleasure to see you over in Atlanta when we went to that movie.
It was fun up in Atlanta. You know who else was there? Crypto G was there. We met in person. We snapped a photo together. Yeah, Crypto G was there, so that was cool. We got to hang out. We got to do that. John Doe was not there. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. But man, it's good to have you back on the show. It's been a little bit. Maybe I think you were you on? When were you on? Were you on January or was it December? I don't remember.
Like that, yeah.
It was recently, and there's that iconic Mel Carmine chair that everyone knows and loves. That is like that is the chair, dude. That is the chair. It's defining you. You might have to be buried with that chair somehow.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you even went there, bro. You know, we're gonna be so rich, like rich as you know what, the letter F, right?
Okay,
so rich that I told my wife, I said, when I die, when I'm 2,000 years old, I'm gonna have my own island, right? And they're gonna put me in a like a pressurized glass thing, and I'm gonna be like a dive site, and I'm gonna be sitting there in this chair with a big ass stogie in my mouth. Yeah. And people will come down and see Mel Carmine at the island, okay, and they'll get a t-shirt saying, "I went to go see Mel Carmine down in the ocean somewhere in the Caribbean." I mean, is that pretty wild? I mean, like
bronzed,
like taxidermy, right?
Like a bronze thing. They should just bronze you. Glasses, everything, the chair, the whole thing, right? It's like the Jesus down in the Keys. I've dove that before, and you go down there, and there it is in there.
I want to become a dive site.
Look at this. Crypto G says Mel hooked me up with the t-shirt. Remember that?
Yeah.
Jim D's here. We got Chad says that's the chair. That's a throne. It is the throne.
Wait until you see. As a matter of fact, you might want to go to quantumsummit1776.com and show them the merch that we're going to be unleashing. It is off the chain. No pun intended.
We're on the chain, so that's okay to be off the chain. But that's fine. Let's look at the merch up here. Let's go. There we go. Bam. That's some pretty cool looking art, man. XRP.
Oh, yeah.
This is crazy stuff. Who did this?
Yeah. Well, Chris, one of my followers, actually took 3 years for him to paint that. And then he made 3 replicas.
3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. There's only 3 replicas of it. And I actually have the original. And it's going to be sitting at the Quantum Summit so that people know how the shirt evolved, et cetera, et cetera. I want to paint the hoodie too, to be quite honest. I'm sort of bumping heads with Amber. I want the hoodie to be painted also.
The hat's pretty cool. You know what? It could be like one of those ones where you kind of like colored in yourself, you know?
Yeah. If you click on it, if you click on it, they should enlarge.
Let's see. There we go. Let's see. There we go.
There you go. And you got the XRP.
That's the hammer, man. It's got the Triskelion there, right there.
Yeah. Oh, it's busy. It's got a lot of stuff. It's got, there you go. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, look at that, man.
A lot of detail, boy. Even Donald Trump, you got JFK. Yeah, JFK with John sitting underneath the table. You see him? See if you can spot that.
Where's that? I don't see that, man.
Bottom left-hand side or bottom right-hand side, depending which way you're looking at it.
Bottom right?
Yeah.
You need to, I don't see it, man.
Right there. Oh, blow it up. You'll see it.
It's blown up, dude.
Okay, towards the bottom. You see him? I see it. I know it was. I've watched it a million times. There it is, right there.
It's a little bit foggy for me, man. I'll be honest. Yeah. It's a little bit on the foggy side.
There's a lot of history on that merch.
It's a little bit foggy, but it's pretty good. So the Quantum Summit is coming up. So guys, if you, Jeff and I will be there at the Quantum Summit. And Mel, tell everybody a little bit about the Quantum Summit that's coming up March 9th and 10th, right?
Yeah, I'd love to. I predicted a lot of stuff that's come to pass and a lot of stuff that's yet in the works that it's going ahead in that direction, so to speak. Like the IRS going away, tariffs coming in. Jobs are going to come back into the United States plentiful. There might be still 1%, unemployment, but that's the 1% that doesn't want to work. They want a handout. And I'm sorry to say that, that's too bad for you. But anyway, needless to say, I predicted a year ago when we did, much sooner than we actually documented it a year ago, when we actually released the actual opening video, if you will, for the Quantum Summit Part 1, which maybe you might want to play here. If I send it to you via the phone, will you be able to grab it?
Yeah, I mean, send it to me via DM on X, and I can grab it off that
Okay.
one too.
Perfect. I could do that.
But if you send it to me on the phone, I probably can do it too, because I just transfer it to my computer and play it that way.
Well, I'll make your life easier. Maybe I'll just go ahead and
play it, dude.
Yeah. This is like really wild stuff. But let's see, who did I send it to last? Oh yeah, I know who I sent it to. I sent it to
I don't know, man.
Roger Stone's assistant.
All right, Roger Stone. Yeah, Roger Stone got a little premature on the Tulsi thing. He sometimes people get confused when it comes out of committee versus being actually approved by the Senate. So he got a little bit jumpy there on that one.
Really?
Okay. It's okay, but Tulsi Gabbard was absolutely put through, and then today you had Pam Bondi swearing her in the Oval Office with Trump looking on. So
this is a really powerful video. It's 4 minutes and change, like a couple of seconds. And the one that we're going to be playing at the Quantum Summit Part 2 blows this away by a factor of 100, and it's probably twice as long. But you'll be captivated. It's not me, obviously. It's my editors to make me look really, really good. But you might want to play that. I just sent it to you via text. Did you get that?
Let's see. Let me look here. Yeah, I got it. Let's see. Let me grab it. I'm going to go over and let's see. Copy
Make sure your volume is on.
And then I got to hook it up over here.
Look at all the stuff that I predicted that I finally put on video. I got many more videos that I've also said that we're going to clean up the air. We're going to clean up the soil. We're going to, bring it back to pristine levels. And here we are with RFK doing just that, or getting ready to do just that after he gets, confirmed, obviously, right?
Well, he's really kind of, him and Cash are the two big ones. Cash Patel, and then RFK Jr. And it's so funny because Pocahontas is there every day. She apparently doesn't have anything to do. She just complains all day on X. And she's like, just propaganda. I'm like, that stuff worked 10 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. Nobody believes you. Nobody cares. You go into the comment, it's 7,000 comments, 99.6% of them, unless like one of her staff goes in there and puts a nice comment. You can never find them anyway.
Exactly.
But it's freaking hilarious, man. All right, here we go. I'm hooking up the sound. Let me know, Mel, if you hear something, because I'll
give you a thumbs up if I can hear it. I'll give you a
full screen though. Why can't I go full screen with this? Let me see.
You should be able to.
For some reason, there's no full screen. I'm gonna make it full screen. There, I just did a zoom in. So let's make sure that the volume is all the way up, and it is. And let's return this one. Let's put it up. I'm gonna put it full screen. Ready? If you don't hear anything, let me know. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit.
I will.
Let's go.
The old system is broken. You're going to have to go back and burn all the books and rewrite history for what it was. Educate yourself. Understand the world you live in. Understand the world that we're about to graduate into. Debt forgiveness, the biggest transfer of wealth, the biggest cleanup of the atmosphere. It's all coming. This war is going to be won by us, the people. They've created this matrix. Yeah, it's poison. We will lie to you about everything. It's not just about finances, folks. We're going to move into a system that's going to be organic food. We're going to clean up the atmosphere. We're going to clean up the dirt. We're going to clean up the water. We're going to clean it all up back to pristine levels that were 3,000 years ago before Christ. XRP, because it's so well designed and so much needed. XRP will thrive. This is the King Kong that's in the cage that weighs 99,000 pounds. And every banker knows it's there, and they don't want to talk about it.
You have incumbents, the banks, commercial banks, and you have the disruptors. And clearly the disruptors are having an impact on the incumbents. We just heard a very large systemic bank here saying that they're launching their digital coin within the institutional clients, but to be scaled beyond that. The European Central Bank, they have launched something that is called TIPS, that enables all the banks in the Eurozone to actually transfer instantly at virtually no cost money between them. So I think the role of the disruptors and anything that is using distributed ledger technology, whether you call it crypto assets, currencies, or whatever, and it's far from the bitcoins that we used to talk about a year ago, that is clearly shaking the system.
I keep a close eye on all monetary policy decisions taken around the world. And obviously, the Fed plays a critical role because of the size of the US economy, because of the size of the financial market, and because it has an impact on financial conditions around the world. So
we are facing major shifts. I'll mention three for you. One is there's a complete change in the labor market. There's a complete change in the energy future that we are facing. And there is a complete shift in how geopolitical forces organize our economies.
it will be between those who are cannibalized because they are not seeing it coming and they're not embracing it, and those who self-induce that cannibalization. And I'm using cannibalization on purpose because it's a bit of a striking, horrible word. But it's really what it means. It's you're going to disrupt your business model, you're going to change it, you're going to reduce your cost, you're going to expedite your transactions, and you're going to continue to inspire confidence because you will build that on the basis of an existing backbone, which is your bank and the confidence relationship that you've established with your customers. So that's where I see changes happening now. If you think of Circle and Ripples and all those, that's where they are active and helpful.
Ripple is the company. XRP is the native token. If Ripple goes away tomorrow, forever, vanishes into thin air, XRP, because it's so well designed and so much needed, XRP will thrive. The Treasury, Ripple, and I believe whatever's left of the Federal Reserve is going to merge together, and Ripple may very well become the biggest bank in the history of the world. There's going to be a whole new class of people getting very, very wealthy. They know this. They're afraid of it. They're going to have people on stage that have solutions that we haven't heard of yet, that we're not allowed to talk of yet, that you're going to hear only on stage. Speakers will include one Osavine, Versan from Black Swan Capitalist, Molly Elmore. We got Kerry Cassidy, Rob 007, Ishmael Perez, Jim Gale from FoodForestAbundance.com, Ian Farrar, my food guru, Larry Ballard, Jimmy Valley, Mickle Markets, Patrick Riley, Heather Holmes, E. Smitty. We got 24 speakers. The who's who of the who's who is going to be landing on Cape Canaveral, folks. And I believe there's something of major significance when you think about the fact that Juan Osavine is flying in from where? Hawaii, just to be at this conference. Does he know something? We're tired of being sucked on by a system that's been evil, and you know it's evil. And you're part of that system. What? Because you got to feed a family. If you don't like your job, find something else to do. Is that powerful or what?
That's something, dude. That was something.
Yeah. Well,
the 107. I always called him 107. I know it's Sabine.
Let the cat out of the bag. You want to know why 107 didn't show up last year?
What was that?
I got a call from him. And he said, Mel,
got to get him on the show. I know you gave me a hookup.
I can hook you up with him.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I've been watching his videos forever, man.
Yeah.
Guy's amazing.
He said, Mel, I can't make it. He goes, you have moved into dangerous territories. I said, what do you mean? He said, congratulations. He goes, you just hit the big time. I have no idea what the hell that means. But needless to say, he said, you have minimum. He says you have minimum 3 spooks in your audience, and they're going to blend in. And they're going to sound just like every cuckoo bird that's there, or every non-cuckoo bird that's not there, whatever. Because there's some people are a little on the wacky side, very few. And then there's a few people that are sort of like, right? And he says they're going to blend in. Don't even try to figure it out who they are. But I can assure you that they are there. And because of that, he did not show up.
That's interesting. If you guys don't know who 107 is, I mean, that's guy's legendary. And I remember the first time he was actually with Trump, the first time he went on camera. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The very first time he went on camera, because nobody knew who he was, because he was always anonymous. You see his boots. He's always got cowboy boots on or something.
Right.
And so you always see from that perspective. But you can listen to the guy forever, the dialogue. And then you got the Food Guru, which I've also been following for a long time. My wife's actually a pretty big fan. I mean, there's a lot of amazing people there, and I think what's great about the roster of guests that are coming to this is the thought behind, and I think it largely connects with our audience as well, because it's a lot of the stuff that I like to watch, I like to consume. The people in this audience, look, one thing about the On the Chain audience is that they're smarter than your average bear, and they know what's going on. They know what's going. They know what's up. They're patriots. They're around the world. We got people coming in from everywhere. It's amazing. A lot of Australians coming in here, and we also have. Let's see, where else in the house here? I saw a couple of people. Yeah, Belgium, right there, holding down the fort, right there. It's Crypto Wealth,
nice,
from Belgium. So we have people coming from all over. But one thing I've noticed, that everything that connects blockchain has been this sort of unifier, right? Bringing everybody together. So tell me more about like how you see the blockchain evolving, and what's in store now that we've got a different commander in chief, not only in the White House and not in the U.S., but how do you see that affecting the rest of the world?
Man, that is such a loaded question, and such an intelligent one as well. First off, let me just say that 107, okay, I want to back up, and then I will answer your question.
All right.
107 happens to be one of the most important people. A lot of people break his balls, and they don't realize that, his answers are too long-winded. He does not have the luxury to be able to speak freely like regular, ordinary people like you and I, because he signed a non-disclosure agreement. I'm sure of this, even though I'm speculating. You can take it to the bank and you'll get interest on it, okay? He had to sign a non-disclosure that's that thick, and if he talks like me and you and, freely, basically telling you what it is, he's basically signing his life away. Somebody could go and put a bullet right in his freaking head. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now, and he's responsible for breaking up Russia with a bunch of other guys that are really, really smart. If you really want to get down to brass tacks as to who 107 is. Now, to answer your question, the blockchain, how it's going to affect everything, the reason why, and we can go back 8 years, 9 years, I'm sure all of you and your audience are probably super intelligent. Hopefully, some of them will come and see you at the Quantum Summit. And
I hope so. I hope I get to meet a lot of them.
Yeah. And so the bottom line is this. Years ago, you used to see senators and governors, crooked senators and governors on the Senate floor, on the House of Representative floor, basically yelling and screaming, we got to stop this blockchain. We got to stop this blockchain. We're okay with the dollar. They didn't tell you the other half of the story, because they realized, see, I said it in a different way, and then the Economic Ninja said it another different way, but we're both saying exactly the same thing. He called it a truth machine, that the blockchain is nothing more than a truth machine, and you cannot change the outcome of what the truth is coming out the other side of that blockchain. I called it the perfect mathematical machine that no one can ever finagle the bagel ever again. And I said, someday voting is going to be done through the blockchain. Here we are, folks. We're not that far away where you'll be able to vote from the comfort of your own home, on your phone. That's a good-looking guy there. Who's that guy?
I know that dude. Well, I'll tell you what I don't have on my phone, dude. I'll tell you what I don't have is my screensaver. Picture of me on there. I just don't have it. Mine's a black screen. I'm not going to show it because I got messages that are showing up. But I don't have that.
So the ability to change the outcome of things, the ability to cheat, the ability to screw the American people until the end of time, it's over. Now, he's utilizing Elon Musk. Elon Musk is, in my opinion, he is a bishop on the chess match. At some point, he will become expendable. Donald Trump is 900 steps ahead of everybody, 917 steps ahead of everybody. And he comes in with all these geeks, super geeks with supercomputers, quantum computers, who these computers are so fast that the Democrats on the other side don't have access to talent like Elon Musk does, and he does. And he's literally finding out there's literally tens of billions, maybe hundreds of billions of dollars by now that maybe haven't even been reported that they stole from you, the American people. Let me clue you in. It's in the quadrillions.
That's a lot. Let me see.
Trillion.
Is that more than a trillion, Mel? Just asking for.
Yeah, 1,000 trillion is a quadrillion.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I've always said here, I've talked about on the channel that I believe that the money laundering operation, the shakedown that goes on at the Federal Reserve, every central bank. First of all, if you can print money on will, then you're
Yes.
not printing it and lending it to the government, right? You're
Yeah.
printing it and giving it away. We saw Bernanke, that clip's been going around about Bernanke again, where they were saying, "What do you mean you sent $1 trillion?" Wait, what? The thing is, they were doing all kinds of stuff. So you edit those books are dirty. They bought everything, every central bank. If you collapse the Fed, they all fall. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the big enslaver. One of the biggest ones is the Federal Reserve. So he's got the IRS internal, and he's got the external revenue service.
Sure.
So he started telegraphing this a long time when he talked about tariffs, right? But in order to do that, first of all, you got to clear up the spending, right? People always go, we spend too much. Problem is average people, I'm seeing people going on the internet angry to say, look, I'm sitting there working my ass off. I come home, I'm super tired. I got a minute with my family, then I got to go do it again the next day. And so what they're noticing, Mel, is that this whole thing is fixed. And now people are waking up, Trump's in there. And dude, we got to remember, this is 3 weeks in office.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? 3 weeks in office. And what do we have already? We already have, and see what people don't realize about Musk, when he bought Twitter, he went in there, he fired 80% of the staff. They said it was going to collapse. It's not going to run. I'm like, do you guys understand that this guy, they laughed him out of the room when he said he was going to land a rocket again? They're like, it can't be done. And now he's got the biggest rocket that's like a 25-story building landing and being caught by 2 metal arms. I'm like, don't listen, I would never bet against him. They go, he's not a good talker. I'm like, have you noticed Trump's not a good talker either? Trump will say the same thing over and over and 3 times. And, this is what I'm saying. And I'll talk about it again. And then I'll mention it again 3 times. Because he's always thinking of he's always got the next word. And I noticed that Musk is very similar when he talks. You almost feel like, is this guy for real? Exactly. The brain's going so fast. The words are just kind of like what's being portrayed on the screen, but the mind is flying.
Absolutely. Well, there's a video I made today. If you really want to know who Musk is, the name of that video is Elon Musk aiming for world power? ? The shocking truth. A must watch. Can we get this video to 1 million views? And it should, under normal circumstances, get 1 million views before the stroke of midnight tonight. But it won't because, Rumble, okay, likes to finagle the bagel with the algorithms, okay? Because I should be much bigger than what I am. Look, I thought I was never going to get past 2,000 subscribers. But now that I realize that, hey, I'm pretty freaking good at this. I should be much bigger, and I'm not. I realize.
Same here, man.
Listen, why do you think they're shaking in their boots? Why do you think they're shaking in their boots? Donald Trump is a pro-blockchain, pro-crypto guy, okay? And they're catching, and you got judges yelling and screaming saying, you can't do that. It's unconstitutional because I'm part of that Ponzi scheme. And if you dig a little further, you're going to catch me too. And I don't want to go to prison. That's what they're telling you.
Carmichael says, in 3 years, the principal will be more than the debt. Yeah.
No question about it, by a factor of 100.
But we can change all that. But it's all smoke and mirrors right now. So people like, well, how are you going to do it? He's, when Trump telegraphs everything 6 months before the 2020 election, he said it would be stolen. People are like, ha, 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 ha. He knew it was going down. It was the biggest sting operation in the history of the world.
The best thing that could happen.
It had to happen that way.
You know why? Because it gave him, first of all, he never left, number one. He never left, number one. And I'm going to give you my synopsis, and I think you and your audience will wholeheartedly, 100% lock, stock, and barrel agree with it. Right. Check this out. If you are the president of the United States, Chip, and you just won the election, let's say you're Biden, okay? Shouldn't you be able to shut down Guantanamo Bay?
You should be able to.
Did they try? The answer is yes. Hundreds of times. Were they able to stop it? No. Okay, let's take another scenario. How about the expansion of Guantanamo Bay? They weren't able to neither shut it down or stop the expansion. You know why? Because Donald Trump never left. He took 4 years off. He hung out in Mar-a-Lago, and he started to bring in the quantum computer kids. And here's where we are at today. We haven't even scratched the scratch yet at the Treasury. We haven't even audited the IRS yet. We haven't even audited the Federal Reserve. We haven't even audited the Pentagon yet. We're just getting started. This party's just getting started right now. They are shaking in their boots. And if you don't think that heads are going to roll, if we had to take a vote in 6 months from now, after you guys find out the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and they were to do a vote on the blockchain and say, we give you an option, bring back the gas chambers, ropes, or the guillotine, I'm going to vote for the guillotine. And I'm sure a lot of you
want the heads to roll.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, this whole thing is pretty simple when it comes down to it, right? When you look at the politicians, and you can tell on both sides, right? You got someone like Mitch McConnell didn't vote for Tulsi Gabbard. I'm like, the guy's been a rhino his whole life. You have most of the Republicans are dirty anyway. As are the Democrats. But the ones going to the microphones and screaming, like, how did Pocahontas arrive at a $60 million? How did she arrive at $60 million wealth? By the way, if you follow me, I hammer her daily, sometimes twice a day, because it's just too much fun. And one of my buddies in the UK, I was on I'm in this other sort of a channel with all these people. We talk about AI, and there's another one we talk about health. And I started saying, well, at least I don't live in the UK, because you can go to prison for a meme. So he sent me a video today, and he said the same as the UK, and it was a guy that was threatening Donald Trump and to take him down. I'm like, dude, you can call Trump a commie, bastard, MF, this and that, and you can say whatever he wants. He's a jerk, whatever. You can scream it to his face, but you can't threaten people, right? You start threatening people, you got to take a threat. So I'm like, it's not the same as the UK. The UK's rolled over. It's bent the knee. It's done. The only thing that can save the UK at this point is a revolution that happens elsewhere, and then maybe the people wake up, because the people in the UK haven't woken up. Now, they've woken up in other places, right? You saw what happened with Malay, down in Argentina. You see Bukele. Bukele came out and said, all you have to do is impeach these bad judges. Impeach them all. That's what we did in El Salvador. That's how we cleaned it up. They went from the third worst, most dangerous country in the world to one of the top two safest
in all of Latin America.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's an incredible feat.
Department of Government Efficiency, which is spelled DOGE, really is Department of Jasara. That's what this is. Okay? They're going to wipe out the debt by saying, fuck you, I ain't paying it. You stole our money? Screw you. You got your mute button on.
Sorry about that. Who do they owe it to, Jeff? Who do they owe it to, if you think about it?
Oh, there should be some retributions paid, bro. Driving with a license is illegal. You shouldn't have to have a license. You're not driving for commerce. You're driving to go see your daughter. You're driving to go see your son, right? Number one. Driving with insurance is illegal. Your parking ticket, speeding ticket. It's all illegal. That's why they kept you in a Model T Ford extension dinosaur technology. This way they can control you. You understand? You get it?
That's what it is. That's what it is. Jim D says there's a huge drama coiling up in the precious metal markets. How about national governments settle on a new official exchange rate with all the currencies blowing up? Yeah, well, that's the other thing. We know the gold has been artificially, well, that's the thing. Gold has been artificially suppressed. We see it climbing up to 3K, but it should be 35,000. It should be 38,000, right? So that's another way. That's another way that it gets extinguished. But the Federal Reserve, imagine since 1913, imagine the BS pulled over everyone's eyes since 1913. Then you had the IRS. Back then, tariffs were 100% funded the government. When the IRS came in, they're like, only the top 10% wealthiest will pay the tax. And they always start that. You're in trouble when they already start talking about just the wealthy people, because eventually everybody pays, right? Everybody gets enslaved. And so if you don't have a true sovereign currency, a digital currency that can be tracked, because that was one thing Trump said. He goes, let's track everything on the blockchain. It came from Musk. But what they don't realize about Musk and these so-called kids or whatever, this is, like you said, this has been going on for a while. They've telegraphed this for a while. They've been planning it. You don't just walk in with 200 executive orders ready to go. Now they're putting stuff through. Now, why do you think, Mel, instead of Congress focusing in on crypto legislation, why do you think the very first topic are the stable coins?
Well, look, the stable coin that we have, which is called RLUSD, right? Where is that written into? That's written, I think it's written into the executive order, isn't it? And it's going to be part of the what? treasury.
I haven't seen that. I would like to see proof of that. I've not seen that.
That is a fact. Yeah, maybe your audience could. I've seen this a million times, floating all over social media.
That's what I mean. It's true. Tell me the executive order. I'll go find
what
it.
other token are they going to use? They're going to use Bitcoin. That's 3 transactions per minute. They can't use that. They can't use anything else. Which one is scalable to trillions of transactions per second? Oh, gee, I think it's XRP. You don't believe me? Go on YouTube, punch in trillions of transactions per second. XRP Moon Lambo pops up. It's in the first 2 or 3 videos. You'll see
it's not there yet. It needs to be fixed. It can't do that million transactions per second.
No, it can. It can. Just that's how they keep the volume. That's how they
have streaming it. Actual one-offs it can't do. It can stream little micropayments like that. That has the ability to do, but it can't do it can't do a trillion. It will get there, and it'd be easy enough to retool. The bottom line is
remember a guy by the name of Hodor?
I remember Hodor, yeah.
In that one video that Moon Lambo made, he makes some really valid points. And Hodor, which we believe was the guy that was on the inside sitting on the board of Ripple, okay, gives some really incredible insight to things that I believe are practically factual. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Hodor. He disappeared. He said he was going to go get a regular job. He disappeared for 3 years.
He came back and forth a few times, yeah.
He's back. Well, every once in a while he'd come back. So he's back. He's eventually found his way back into the mainstream. And I'm going to pull up one of his, let's see what else this guy.
Articles.
Wow.
That's an incredible writer, isn't he?
He's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. It's been really a pleasure to, he doesn't follow many. He does follow me. Look at that. That's awesome. Hodor.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. All right, let's see. Yeah, I remember he said that's it for now. So the other thing that freaks people out, this is what I loved about it, and I was enjoying this so much when he came back. But he came back and hang on a second. What happened to us here? Hang on, let's do this. There we go. Oh, come on. What's going on? There we go. So this was it. He came up with this post right here. That's it for now. This is here are my 26 of my flat earth proofs. We can see too far. 99% of the world population sees sunlight at the same time. Flat Earth proof number 3. Whistleblowers, censorship. Stars are closed. Horizontal is flat. No curvature over frozen water. NASA's lying to you. 3 body problem. The missing Coriolis effect. The compasses don't work on a globe. And vacuum. So he has all the proofs. And people were going nuts when he started releasing this. Like, you're a crackpot. And, I just said, like, well, prove to me that the earth is round. Let me see a picture from space of the earth. There isn't one. There are no pictures. The ones that NASA has will admit that they're all composites. And so when you see all these NASA videos, you see a guy in the corner drinking coffee and set the cup down. When you see glitches happen in the background, doesn't mean we don't go to space. Doesn't mean we're not in the atmosphere. We know the rockets go up there. But how do we get? But do we go to other planets? Have we been to the moon, Mel? Have we been to the moon?
Nobody knows, bro. Nobody knows nothing. We went to school. And
we didn't go to the moon. We did not go to the moon.
I'm saying, no, I agree. I agree with you. I think we've been lied to about everything, including going to the moon. But what I'm trying to tell you is we've spent tax money through an illegal tax collection agency registered in Puerto Rico. Okay, it has nothing to do with the United States government, not even a little bit. Okay, they were given badges and guns to harass the American people, and they lied about everything, right? They lied about everything. So, so we spent our hard-earned money. They got us on this treadmill thinking that if we could run just a little faster, we might just be able to get to the carrot. Wouldn't you know, right? And we never get to the carrot. And the reality is you went to school to learn a bunch of bullshit. How much of stuff you learned personally, Chip, yourself, that are you using today that you in school? Wait,
how much programming? Are we talking about the programming?
Yeah, I'm talking about the programming. Absolutely.
That's exactly right. Well, I mean, but the funny thing is just a little bit of curiosity. This is what always kills me about people that want to get into a debate about anything.
Yeah.
They don't even spend like 6 seconds searching on Google. They don't even spend like an hour researching a book, but they just know it. It's like this always kills me. It's like, okay, well, we're what have you done? What kind of, but the curiosity has always got me. I remember being a kid. I'm old enough to remember being real young. My dad's like this, they're walking on the moon. And I remember growing up the whole time thinking, like, how is it possible? How do we get past the Van Allen belts? So we talked about the radiation. How is it that we just sent a probe to the moon and it got there longer than the original the Apollo mission? So you're telling us that 50, 60 years later, we don't have better tech? You're telling me, what about the camera guy on the moon when the capsule blasts off and you see the camera follow it up? We don't have some guy did the math. He realized that with the equipment we had, we couldn't possibly beam that signal back to Earth. So I always asserted that, okay, well, we know one thing is fake. The video is. Does that mean we went to the moon? I don't know. Maybe we went to the moon. The video we've seen is not from the moon. It couldn't have been, right?
Donald Trump is about to blow the lid off of everything.
I hope to God he does. I mean, the JFK assassination, Bobby Kennedy, MLK, it's all inside jobs, man. 9/11, almost everything that happens, all these massive shootings, they're all false flags. People are way better than that. I mean, what deep down inside, it's one government forcing that, because then you got some guy over in Sweden starts knifing a bunch of people, right? It's just every once in a while you're gonna get a crackpot, but still.
The lie is so big. The lie is so big. It's so huge. It's so ginormous. Yet it would take a decade to explain 2% of it. Everything is a lie. Flat Earth, round Earth, square Earth, nobody knows. We're a bunch of imbeciles. You notice that the chemtrails, by the way, have stopped, and today they returned. Supposedly, somebody told me that they returned. I haven't been out today. I'm sorry. I've been doing podcasts. This is my third one.
Well, I don't see them that often. I don't see them that often in Florida. Like, it's people always talk about them. It seems like it happens a lot more in the Northeast. I don't know, for some reason.
6 days, bro. No chemtrails. 6 days. I went in my Telegram channels. I have Telegram channels between my channels and my friends' channels. We constitute over 150,000 subscribers. And I said, please send pictures from all over the world. Are you experiencing no chemtrails? Everybody, except for Arizona. Arizona said, nope, they're still spraying us over here. A few states, but most states were completely blue skies. When was the last time you remember clear blue skies in the United States of America? Never. How about like the last 35 years? They've been spraying us like lab rats, and we have no idea what's in those chemtrails. We have no idea what damage they did to us.
Yeah.
That's why I say retributions have to be paid here on a grand scale. And yes, we better hope that they have some, incredible space age technology that we can go inside and clean out all the shit that, they sprayed us with for the last 35 years. Absolutely.
Do you know how hard it is? I mean, all the water is fluorinated, so you can't drink tap water, even if it's filtered, right? But do you know how hard it is and difficult it is to buy toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it? There's only a minuscule amount of brands that actually have it, because I've been using, without fluoride. I mean, just look at the studies. Look at the peer-reviewed studies that talk about making, warping people's brains, making them dumber. This is the whole thing of control. Meanwhile, the elites sit back. Do you think Congress, they just got wealthy on 175,000? You think they were that smart to make stock trades? Okay, inside trading perhaps, but when they start trekking, what they're worried about is the next step, and they're gonna make them pay. You remember, they'll never be able to walk down the street.
Oh, brother, if you think,
and they're already not having to be able to walk down the street without being shouted down.
Yeah, brother, if you think that they're panicking now, this is nothing. Wait a couple of weeks, wait a couple of months. Holy shit. Listen, when they start to audit the full scope of the Treasury and the Pentagon and the IRS and whoever else and the Federal Reserve, and they realize that there's literally quadrillions of dollars, is not far-fetched, folks. Okay? And people are going to yell and scream, demanding that these people be decapitated. Not because we are badasses. No, not because we're enforcing the law. We don't enforce the law. We don't even write the law. Someone else does that. See what I'm saying? So if the law says you're going to get a death sentence because you're a treasonous against humanity, well, then that's what it is, right?
Yeah, look at this. Wes is saying that, lots of chemicals yesterday over Asheville, North Carolina. There you go.
So you had chemtrails. Okay. And great. I'm glad that we actually opened up that can of worms so we can get a live report from your audience, which is great.
Look at this. I'll pay good money to kick the chairs out from underneath them. Those are hangings, I think, what we're talking about there. Fluoride in water has a way for the wealthy to sell the junk byproduct of aluminum refinery. Absolutely, man. Nailed it. You know, some people we try to get.
My audience, they're really smarter than we are, to be quite honest with you, in many respects.
Of course, that's the whole thing. That's the best part. That's what Jeff and I talk about all the time. We're like, our audience is way smarter than we are when it comes down to it. But we're just the guys chatting and talking. But we also try to get. Somebody said, here we go. It'd be great if you could get Moon Lambo. I try to get Moon Lambo on here like for 3 years. He won't come on.
Look, some of these guys are very nice guys, but they think they have reached a stardom. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but Moon's a good dude. He's a good dude.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure, but a lot of them, like, I forget. I think it was Working Money Channel. You know, Working Money Channel.
Yeah, of course. Hey, everybody, Working Money Channel. Yeah,
him.
He was going to come on here, and I call. Hey, everybody. He was gonna come on here, but something happened. He got sick or something, and we got to get back. Mark Smithson said, I told my wife I'm taking her out Friday night, taking her to the driveway and handing her a snow shovel. Wow. There you go, up in Detroit.
Yeah, but it's funny. I did get in touch with him when I was living in Costa Rica. He wanted me to fly him to Costa Rica, wine and dine him, and give him like $2,000 bucks. I'm like, okay, dude,
$2,000. Come on, man. Hey, that's a freaking great. He's got a great catchphrase, man.
Yeah. Who else can you imitate?
I used to do Alex Cobb when he was on a lot. I used to do Alex Cobb and a bunch. I would do a bunch of them. It was just fun to goof on him.
How about X22 report? Can you do him?
Dave.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Dave.
X22 report. This is episode 2625B, and tonight's episode is about chemtrails.
Tonight is deep state. The deep state. Everything's deep state. This deep state that. Problem. USA bad spending reaction. People mad about it. Solution: must put the government spending on the blockchain. Retired and managed by hand. 700 workers must. Let's put it on the blockchain. Yeah, agreed. It's so funny. Did you see they rolled out some underground bunker that this dilapidated elevator goes down, and there's only so many people can retire from the government because it has to go all the way down. Yes. They gotta run 3 miles, like in Indiana Jones when they had that giant warehouse. They gotta go dig the manila folder out, and then they gotta take it up this elevator that sometimes makes it. I'm like, Musk is like, I thought it was parody. I really thought this cannot be real. Come on, it cannot be real. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
And David Schwartz actually had a good one. He said, I'm going to Manila and I'm going to take a look at those famous folders. And I was like, Manila folders. Okay. So I was like, pretty good. Hey guys, welcome to the Working Money Channel. Hey guys, that's it right there. That is it.
That's awesome.
You need digital pillory where the people can buy Rotten Tomato tokens to leave at the likes of Fauci in prison. Well, here's the thing about Fauci, Jim D. He's protected under federal law, but you know what? 18 attorney generals got together with a class action suit and now are suing Fauci. So that's how easy it is. You get 18 people to band together. Now the states can sue them. Sorry, man. And you're not going to be protected. And
this is not going to go away.
Well, thanks for tipping us off. When you give a blanket pardon to your son and a blanket pardon to everybody else, it's like shine the light on where the cockroach is moving, and then we'll go step on them. We'll just go crush them. Absolutely. Thanks, appreciate that, man. I mean, this is what's so great about the world we live in. I mean, I was so happy about the winning, but I can't keep up with the winning anymore. Like, people send me stuff. I'm like, I didn't see that. Someone will send me something. You and I will text each other. I'm like, did you see this? You'd be like, it's just non-ending. Like, to get up every day, every once in a while, you'd have, that was something fun that happened. The first Trump administration. Yeah, every 3 months, something cool would happen. It's like nonstop winning all the time. Remember, Trump said, you're going to get sick of winning. We're going to be winning so much. You're going to be, no, I can't take any more winning. It's funny that we're at the point of where there's just too much winning.
But remember, you just said they're putting everything on the blockchain. They can no longer finagle the bagel. That's it. It's over. You understand? And they can't steal anymore. But when we find out how much money they stole, if you think they're yelling loud now, brother, you ain't seen nothing yet.
It's coming. Look at this. Crypto Hulk kills me. I went into his stream like the other day. He's got 450 people on there. There's not an ounce of anything that makes sense coming out of his mouth, and people are throwing him 50, 100, 100. And I'm like, who are these people? I mean, God bless the guy. The guy makes a ton of money, but I don't know what the hell he's talking about half the time. I
Well,
have no clue.
you know, he to come to his defense, he has said some things that are really, really cool on XDC about maybe 10, 12 weeks ago. Except I don't know why he does not want to use the sofa. I think he's trying to preserve that sofa like forever. I don't think he's ever sat in that sofa. He sits on the floor. Sometimes he drinks whiskey and smokes cigars with his crowd.
He's
right?
got a new background though. He doesn't even show the background and even the couch anymore.
Oh, I didn't see that. I haven't tuned in a while. I got to
He
tune
has
in.
like he has that Zoom background of the of like, you know, the island or whatever. I don't know. I was in there. I was like, who the hell is this dude? I didn't recognize him.
Really?
Fauci needs Nuremberg 2.0. Yeah, we need the Nuremberg 2 trial.
Oh, Fauci and a bunch of other guys. He's not the only one. There's gonna be like 9 million in sealed indictments when it's all said and done.
But I think Elizabeth Warren's pretty scared. She's worth like $60 million. How, right?
How much does she make per year?
175,000. She used to make 400,000 as a
She's probably invested in XRP. I bet you she's probably a big XRP holder.
She would it be funny if we discovered that all her holdings were in crypto, like she owns.
I'm being sarcastic.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. These people need money to hide. The thing is that if you're hiding money, the worst thing you do is put it on blockchain. The worst thing you do is buy Bitcoin because it's all traceable. And this is how these guys get busted, right? They think they're being clever to put it in Bitcoin. No, you keep it under your bed. You keep it wherever. I mean, they're going down pretty hard. It's going to be pretty fun to see the money laundering. It's going to wipe out most of Congress on both sides. It pretty much is going to take them down.
Yeah.
I don't see how they survive. I really don't see how anybody does because you just don't. Everybody's in it. Everybody's been blackmailed. This is what people don't realize. You get somebody that goes to Washington. They've got great intentions. Next thing you know, they're in a hotel. 2 naked girls come up. They snap photos of them. Now they say if you
Videos. They got a 5-year-old kid in your bed, and you're there, and you're under some kind of drug that you don't even know what freaking planet you're on, and now you're compromised. That's how they do it.
They're all compromised. You know, even there's been a couple of them that have come out and talked exactly how it was done. But this is the game you play. And funny thing is, when you cut them off, you cut up all their funding, and now you've got everybody's following suit. Look what's happening in Germany. Germany's going. You don't hear this, and you don't hear this kind of conversation happening in Europe. And they're like, we're kicking all the illegals out. We're kicking all the criminals out. They're gone. And if anybody opens their mouth, they're out too. Whoa. You're like, oh my gosh. And what do they call the party? The leftists? The Nazi party. We're so tired of hearing everybody's a Nazi we don't like, right? I mean, that's pretty much how every conversation starts out.
Totally. Let's talk a little bit about technology. But before I talk about technology, so that I can sort of drive the point home, I want your audience to know, if they haven't seen it yet, I'm not even sure if it's still there. Hopefully it is, because I want to go back and watch it again. I watched it twice. I want to watch it a third time. And I don't typically push Netflix, but there's a show called Buy Now, like purchase now, buy now, B-U-Y now. Did you see it?
I have not seen it, no.
Oh my God. If you understand the level of bullshit product that become completely, which they have what's called planned obsolescence. The product could run for maybe 5 years, right? For example, this product here could run for 5 years, but it doesn't run for 5 years because they have what's called, it's programmed right into the product that in two and a half years, it's gone. Why? Because they want you to go buy another one. It doesn't work anymore. They got software, right? Buy now. There you go. Okay. You want to watch this documentary. Not only do you want to watch the documentary, send it to everybody you know to watch and tell them to do the same, because we got to get everybody to understand or understand, right? We need products that could be repurposed. Listen to the words I'm using, please. They have to be repurposed, that they never get thrown away. And we need propulsion technology, whether you call it extraterrestrial technology. We know that maybe extraterrestrials maybe don't exist, because if the moon doesn't exist and space doesn't exist, then extraterrestrials are a big hoax, right? Maybe we're getting the technology from the other side of the ice wall, right? The other side of the ice wall.
Could
right?
be.
Or Antarctica or the inner Earth, whatever. But we need technology that is no moving parts. You think these crafts, wherever they are, I mean, I know the Christians try to say that they're demons. Yeah, demon's going to transform himself into a UFO craft Give me a break. That's a bunch of bullshit. I'm sure the technology is right here on Earth in parts of the Earth that you and I are not allowed to go. Antarctica and the other side of the ice wall being two of those places. Now, so you have technology, for example, that has no moving parts. That is a propulsion system that could drive your car, your yacht, whatever. Okay. I'm going to send you, and I have to send this to you because this is absolutely mind-blowing. And this way we could put this to rest. And I think your audience will appreciate this. This is the one that is, no, that's not that's the 18-minute one. I don't
No,
want,
it's too long. We're going to do 18 minutes.
No, I want to do that to you. But who did I send that to? Here it is. Maybe. No, that's not the one.
Mark Smith says that if he's told his wife if XRP hits $8 by Friday, they're going to Waffle House.
You're a big spender, huh?
No. I don't know where he's going. He might be going someplace else, but that's where they're headed.
Yeah, exactly. I just sent this video to somebody, damn it. And this is about free energy technology that's coming out of Zimbabwe. Let me go to my emails. I sent it to Larry.
Isn't it great to go back and look at all the things? They go, that looks like a fireplace, but geez, that's weird. Yeah. It's got conductors in there and all these other things and the mud flood. There's so much stuff that you start looking under things and you realize they're just big rabbit holes. Mm-hmm. And I talk about this stuff and people think I'm crazy town. I'm like, look, man, I've done a lot of research. You can find stuff. You can go to the library. You can get old books.
Let me go ahead and I got you now in my. I think I have you, right? What is your handle on X?
It's my name, @StephenChip, StephenChip.
S.
Because Chip's my last name. It's not my first name.
Okay. STE.
I'm calling you PH.
PH.
PHIP. @StephenChip. There you go. You want me to hit you on?
Send me a message @Stephen STEPHEN.
ENCHIP. That's right. That's right.
No results. You don't exist on my machine.
Come on, dude. What's wrong with you? Are you on Twitter?
I am.
All right. So I will type in yours. XRP
message. Your audience is going to be blown away with the technology. This is only a 6-minute video. It's worth watching the whole thing. It's mind-blowing.
Okay. Here we go.
Send me the message.
I did. I sent it to the QFS team. XRP.QFS. Sent you a hello. You don't see it in your messages?
No. You're on X.
Yeah, you're on XRP.QFSO team. I sent it to the team one instead of XRP. All right. That's
Here you are. I just found you. Gee, I just found you. Here we go. Here we go. Bingo.
You got warrants. We cannot trust RFK to make health decisions that will affect millions of families. Right. Yes, we can.
Yeah, this is something you might want to share the whole screen, put the volume all the way up. Guys, enjoy the show. It's real. And these are no moving parts. This guy is literally grabbing free energy technology in Zimbabwe. Some of you guys own the Zimbabwe money. And that's going to reevaluate too at some point. Not to get off subject. Go play that video. This is mind-blowing.
Yeah, a second. I gotta share it in a way that I'm able to. I wish there was just a button to make this full screen instead of me having to. Why in the hell isn't there a full screen on this thing?
Not sure.
And let's see.
This is powerful. This is powerful.
Okay, now we go. Okay, here we go. All right, let's put this up. Here we go, guys. Let's watch this. Let's watch it full screen here.
This is the kind of stuff that drives me.
Amazing things. He invented an electric car that can run without a battery and without recharging, a television set that works perfectly without power, and a helicopter that flies without fuel. Maxwell Chikumbutso, a Zimbabwean, has shown that his genius can weaken the economies of the superpowers to the benefit of Africa. He has 3 assassination attempts to his credit. He invented a technology to turn radio frequencies into electricity. He applied for a patent for his work, but was repeatedly denied. The reason given is that he deviated from the laws of physics.
The sun, but it's not like solar energy.
No,
right?
It's not. We're not using solar energy because this one is not even affected with clouds, light, and things like that. It just works.
So the energy, the radio frequencies that you're harnessing, are they there in space, in the field all the time?
Yes, they are. From the first day we started to test the machine, we have been analyzing and we saw that the radio frequency is there. But one thing that we want to know for sure is it alien or is it God? Is it man-made from another planet, or is it from God? That's where we need, I think, scientific people to define exactly. But we know the radio frequency, we have everything.
Yeah. If it's still a fully charged battery, the test is successful.
It's not screws.
Oh, that's 217.
0.9.
That's perfect.
We got it.
So that's the 18 battery.
Yeah, that's the 18 batteries.
So that's higher than the nominal voltage.
Dude, wow,
So much.
that is awesome.
That's the 18 volt batteries. So that's higher voltage.
Thank you.
Give us 2 thumbs up.
Thank you so much.
One final check of the battery voltage revealed a shocking result. Not only had the machine outlasted the expected battery life, but the batteries were still fully charged. This proved that the device was being powered from an unknown energy source.
This is one of the happiest days of my life, and I am so proud of this man who has gone through so much. He's listened to the voice of the divine coming through him, and he's done whatever it takes to bring this through for humanity. So congratulations, my friend.
The last 8 years traveling the globe in search of insights and technologies that could radically transform our world. And we found them.
So why don't we all have access to these promising breakthroughs?
Grid machine. It is 0.5 megawatts, and we are relying with the radio frequency. Behind us, radio frequency converted into pure energy that is useful. We're talking of about 300 standard house homes,
Okay.
that you can power with one machine.
So where's the energy coming from?
We're harnessing it straight away from the natural energy that God has just put in the earth, on our earth. Yeah, the radio frequency.
So nothing unusual, but the main point is that a meter away, there's no frequencies being transmitted from a microwave tower next to the park we're standing in.
It's a poignant day for us here. And amidst the excitement of seeing this for the first time, a couple of strangers showed up on the site where we were being shown these devices. And Maxwell, the inventor, took us aside as soon as he could and said, these guys are from the government, and I didn't know they were coming. Unfortunately, we're truly concerned about this gentleman, and we're just going to take every precaution that we can to keep ourselves safe, to keep him safe, and to keep this knowledge safe.
The microphone we had on Maxwell picked up the conversation that he had with one of the officials. So we quickly got the tape translated and found out that the government official was promising Maxwell a power purchase agreement where the government would pay him for generating energy for the country. It was good corroboration that they believed he had what he claimed, although Maxwell didn't trust him because the government had already put him in prison in an effort to steal his technology. In fact, when Maxwell was put in prison, he was put in a cell with one of the richest guys in Zimbabwe, a man named Genius, that's his real name, whom the government had jailed to extort more money from. Maxwell was in great despair and praying for like 5 or 6 hours at a time. It was driving Genius crazy. And he was saying, why are you praying so much? Shut up. Finally, they ended up talking, and Genius was impressed and said, okay, I'll help you, man. It was the most unlikely, couldn't have scripted it way for Maxwell to be able to have somebody on his team with real business savvy and support. And it was forged right there in prison. I love that.
Imagine that.
Imagine. Well, I've seen this dude before, and but I haven't seen any recent videos. These videos seem to be a little bit on the dated side. So it's funny, you hear about a guy like this, you know, there's been all kinds, all the guys
They
like
killed his partner successfully. They killed his partner. They tried to kill him unsuccessfully, but the government wants that technology and shelf the technology with the other 6,000 and make it 6,001.
well, kill Tesla.
Right.
Kill Tesla. And who got his papers? Who fished his papers out of his personal house? Do you remember who that was?
Yeah, Donald Trump's uncle, right?
Donald Trump's uncle.
Yeah, Donald Trump's uncle. And he gave everything to Donald Trump's uncle. He said, the FBI is coming down on me. Hide this shit for me. I'll be back later to pick it up. And and Donald Trump bloodline is directly correlated to who? Nikolai Tesla. His father, Nikolai Tesla, and his father are like distant cousins. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but I did know that.
Look at the resemblance of Fred Trump and put them next to each
It
other.
looks just like Fred Trump and Tesla look very similar. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, we were starting to connect the dots because we have internet. We have a lot of smart people like you and Jeff. Now, I'm semi-smart. I'm not as smart as you guys. I'm trying to get there. And we got a lot of smart audience. I said there's part of me that says, when this transference of wealth is allowed to happen in the next 6 months, a year, whatever it is, I may be able to afford to have like a camera crew to just go around with me. I got people coming down to my Staying Alive business, my healing center in Canaveral. They're driving down from Texas. They're driving from Wisconsin. And I get a call in the middle of the night, 9 o'clock. Hey, there's some people here from Texas. There's some people here from Alabama want to see you. So I get in my car. These people drove like hours and hours, sometimes days, to come and see me. The least that I could do is get in the car and go and see them, right? And they start the dialogue is so overwhelming, and we're going down these rabbit holes, and we're not recording it. And I came up with the analogy that the best podcasts in the world never get recorded, and that's very true. So that's why I said if I still want to do this, if I still have the ambition and the drive to do this, I'm gonna have like a camera crew that comes with me wherever I go. Literally just capture whole life on video.
A lot simpler than ever before. But I wanted to just talk about this one comment here because it's right on point. Mike goes, I'm all jacked up. I'm not sure if it's the Yeti coffee or the device I'm holding. Well, I'm sure it's the Yeti coffee because Yeti coffee is one of the best tasting coffees out there. Don't you know, Mel? I mean, it's fantastic.
Absolutely. I'm a coffee guy. I love coffee.
Is it any good?
I'll drink some tea, and I enjoy some tea from time to time. I like coffee.
It's effing great. You see that right there?
Yeah.
There it is. The badass Yeti Obsidian Bold. Look at that beautiful thing right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Symphony
How
right
much
there.
Is that a pound? Is that a pound's worth right there?
It's no, it's 12 ounces, but it's brewed to orders, or it's roasted to order. So the beans get roasted, put in the bag, and shipped. And if you've never had fresh roasted coffee, you're missing it. Most of the stuff you get in the stores has been like 6 months, 8 months, a year.
I spend a lot of money on coffee. I get a very, very high blend, but I'm willing to try yours.
Yeah, I'd love to send you a bag of the Obsidian. You'd probably love it. You got to get the whole bean. You got to grind it up. It's freaking amazing coffee, dude. It's amazing good coffee. So yeah, that's what it is,
what did
man.
You think of that guy, the video, and him going to jail? I mean, you got to understand that God has an incredible sense of humor, right? He puts him in jail with the richest guy in Zimbabwe.
It's such the great thing.
Yeah,
right there. Mel, you got to try it out, man. Right there, you got to try it out, or you're not a man. He's calling you out, man. You're not a man.
Yes,
Rye Guy. Look, we haven't seen Rye Guys freaking a long time. Rye Guy's here. Rye Guy's back. There we go. Show me the money. Well, here we are coming up on an hour, my man. How did that happen? It felt like we just got started seconds ago. Let's talk about.
Just get started.
Let's talk about. Well, we have an hour show here, so I want to talk about the Quantum Summit. I want to know who's coming to meet Jeff and I. We're going to be down there at the Quantum Summit. It's going to be quite the absolute great time.
You guys are on stage, man.
We're on stage, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Look at this right here.
Be on stage.
Celebrate together. Let's do it, guys. I want to put this in here.
Go to where it says speakers, the tab that says speakers.
Yeah, I want to throw this in the chat first. So throw that in there. Let's go over to speakers here.
All right, you have Sean Taylor, the gentleman with the bald head and the goatee.
Yep.
He's potentially one of the biggest whistleblowers in the history of the United States. I mean, I can't say the things that I would love to say here because I don't want to get your channel shut down.
Don't say it, dude.
Yeah, no. It would be very, very dangerous. Yeah, very dangerous. But his story is very compelling. He'll be on stage. Senator Mark Fincham, which I've become really good friends with him. When I met him, we immediately became like two peas in a pod.
Great dude.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
looking forward.
down to earth, really cool guy. I just did a podcast with both Leo and Leo Beasucci and Mark, and
I'll
I
have
got
to
to
get him
tell you,
on.
they are so pro crypto. They're writing bills that are pro crypto. We're moving in the right direction, brother. That's
Oh,
for
of
sure.
course, dude. Of course. Who else we got up? We got Nino. Nino's a
Oh,
legend.
Nino. Listen, Nino's got a problem. His mom and dad are not doing well. You know, because they took that safe and effective. That's not so safe and effective.
I lost my mom from safe and effective. She got turbo cancer, and she got all her Parkinson's got really turned into turbo Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, but anyway, Nino, I'll tell you a really funny story that maybe your audience doesn't know. I'm sure a lot of them don't. I have a client that comes to Staying Alive in Cape Canaveral. Alive, by the way, spelled with 2 E's. Anyway, long story short, this guy loves Nino Rodriguez. He's seen every show, but he doesn't know who I am. He has seen every. I said, if you've seen every show of Nino Rodriguez, you must have seen me on there. I've been on there at least 4 times, right? I'm not a regular, but I've been on there at least 4 times. And he says, no, he goes, I don't know who you are. So he started, really cool guy. Long story short, this guy's worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Like he's scratching $1 billion. That's what he's worth, a lot of money. I won't mention his name and I won't mention what he does because I don't want to give it away. He said, you tell Nino Rodriguez, if he comes to the Quantum Summit, I will send my private jet to pick him up and fly him to the event. So I've been bouncing this back and forth with Nino, and Nino wants to come so bad in the worst.
Parents are not doing well, man.
Because not every day do you get a chance to go fly on a gazillionaire's private jet, right?
Right.
He has that opportunity, but he can't do it because his mom and dad are in the situation that the medical industry put him in. Then we got Jason Shurka. Jason, he's with the light system.
Jason's great, man.
Yeah, he'll be there.
107.
107 is not coming again this year. Unfortunately, he's having a very closed meeting. Very, very. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to go.
Dr. Jan coming?
Jan is coming. Jan Harper Hayes is coming. Yes,
that's awesome.
Sheriff Mack is still up in the air. We don't know. He called me today. He said, "Mel, I don't know. I got a problem. I can't. I almost slipped. Mel, don't do it." But anyway, he's got a situation. But that's all I'll say. Yes, Thomas, I did a show with him. He's the guy that actually wrote the movie The Matrix that Warner Brothers stole from him and gave it to the Chayefsky brothers. Okay, he's going to be there.
Yeah, they claim they wrote it, but
yeah, he was supposed to be the Elon Musk. By the way, you go watch my video, the one that I mentioned earlier. I just uploaded it today on my YouTube channel, rather on my Rumble channel. Then we got my good friend Louis Herms from ScrewBigGov.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got this guy, Jeremy. He's the CEO of Goldback. Everybody that comes to the summit is going to get a Goldback piece of money that 2 million people are already using it as money. It's actually got money impregnated into the actual currency.
I like that. I like the sound of that. Carrie Cassidy will be there. From
Cassidy will be there. Laura Eisenhower. And I'm sure you know Rob Cunningham.
I know Rob, hung out with Rob, broke bread with Rob and you, and we had dinner together, all of us.
Correct.
So it was pretty good.
General Tata was a 3-star general who worked for the Trump administration. Might be going there again. General Tata will be in attendance. It's already been confirmed. I know that Jim Gale
is he coming?
Yeah.
Love to meet Jim Gale.
Yeah, Jim is cool. Yeah. I've been friends with him for like 11 years almost. Then we get this lady here with the red outfit. She's going to be working directly with RFK. In her and her boyfriend, the guy with the hat here to the left, the right of her actually, Pat Militech. They know how to take all of the heavy metals out of the dirt and put all the trace minerals back in the dirt. They're going to work behind the scenes with. They don't want to be in the limelight with RFK. They're going to be on stage together. We got the great digital outlook, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The 2 Black Swan brothers.
There you go. We got the
Versan is already confirmed. Vandell was still wrestling with him, but I think ultimately we're going to get him down.
Gotcha.
Then we got Then we got Dr. Layla, who's she's a pharmacist, and she'll tell you why those things are no good.
Right.
She knows firsthand. Then we got Michael Jaco. I'm going to be on his show tomorrow, actually. Patrick Riley, Reaper Financial doesn't need any introduction.
Patrick Riley, I know this gentleman.
Yeah, and this
That
ball,
guy.
you know that guy?
I know that guy. He's not here. He's not here right now, but I know him. Got Ishmael Perez. Ooh, that's is he going to be there?
Yeah, he's coming.
Very cool. Got those dudes. I know those dudes right there. Hell yeah.
There's you. There's you. You know Ron Partain.
I know Rob Partain. Yep. I know most everyone here.
Yeah.
Heather Holmes. Yeah. I know the runs the P2 probiotic. Yeah. Right on, man. You got Zester here. This is great. Piero Friesman, Ian Farrar. This is another Dave Sandoval. My God, I haven't seen Sandoval in forever.
You know him?
I know of him. I've read his book.
Well, March 8th is going to actually be his birthday. So when he comes, we'll be celebrating
my brother's birthday, by the way. My younger brother's on March 8th.
Oh, interesting. So we'll be celebrating his birthday. Then you got Victoria Reynolds, who's also one of my co-hosts. Mike Barra, who's also one of my co-hosts. We just launched that. Yeah. And Elisa Valentino. We do a Monday roundtable. We call it the forecast, the number 4 and the word cast. Okay. Every Monday at 4:00, we go live. So that's a pretty cool show.
Forecast. I get you.
And then we have another gentleman that grows tomatoes and potatoes and all that stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is great. This is going to be quite the save my spot.
Yeah.
Save my spot right there. You click on it with the big arrow. There it is.
Yeah. And look at the food also that we give you. It's amazing, man.
And it's pretty, and honestly, the pricing especially for some of these other ones, and the fact that you guys got great food here, it's very very reasonable. Like $432 for the weekend, for 2 great days, action packed. $532 if you want a VIP ticket. If you want to do the dinner, it's going to be $185. But again, this is not some cheap ass grilled cheese sandwiches here.
No. You're getting for the gala dinner. You're getting actual New York strip steak with I think sweet potato, mashed potatoes with a few scallops, a few jumbo shrimp on top of that, a side of vegetables.
I'm getting hungry now.
Dessert. Yeah, you're getting everything, man. We don't skimp.
There it is, Cape Canaveral, man. I'll be there. I'll be flying in.
And you know what's going on in Cape Canaveral, bro? You ever hear that thing called what's it called? I'll tell you right now. Ingersoll Lockwood. You know what that is?
Ingersoll Lockwood, yep. Okay.
It looks like ground zero is going to be Cape Canaveral. What did you know? And what is Ingersoll Lockwood? World's Fair. Gee, I think that's where they're going to release all the technologies and flying cars and all that stuff.
Okay, people. So let's do it. There it is. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Bam. So who's coming from Florida? That's what I want to know. Who's coming from Florida? It's pretty much easy to get to from almost anywhere in the state, whether you're up in Tampa, whether you're in Orlando, whether you're in Miami. It's easy to get to. So I want to know who's going to be coming. Who am I going to see from the audience?
I don't know who's going to be from Florida, to be honest with you. I think my guys who are partners with me in the Legal Shield, Jay, Mata, and Dylan, they're from Florida. They're coming. My co-host Victoria Reynolds, she's from Florida. She's down in Fort Lauderdale, your neck of the woods, your old neck of the woods.
There it is. That's the one he loves right there, the woman in red.
You likes that one? Who's that? Who is that? She's taking it, man.
I know. This dude right here, he's looking at you, Crypto Whelp. He's not happy.
He's not happy.
Not happy you like it as a girl. I mean, it's not cool, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Celebration presented. Are you going to be there, Chad? Get your tickets, guys. I want to know who's going to be there hanging out with us. We're going to be having a great weekend, man. I want to know.
And the reason why you want to have a gala dinner is because everybody who gets a gala dinner gets to hang out with all the speakers one-on-one. You get to pick their brain, and it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fun. Jim D, are you coming down there, man? Are you going to be in the jazz bar? What's going on? I want to know if you're going to be there. Who's going to be there? What about BMAC? Crypto Wealth, that's quite the journey for you. I know that's you gotta fly across the ocean there, but I understand.
Yeah, we also have a video, by the way, of the actual food on the website itself, which you might want to look at that short video. Maybe I don't know if you could want to show it here, or maybe you could show it whenever. But it's
show it next time, we're gonna wind up. We'll let everybody go. We're like a minute and 15, an hour.
Get everybody hungry. Why don't you? Go ahead.
God, I feel like eating right now, man. You got me going with the way you were talking about those scalloped potatoes, and man, I got a little bit of hunger thing going on here. But well, Mel, it's always great to have you. Thank you coming in and short notice and filling in for Jeff. And it's great to always have you here, man. We could just sit there and talk all day. But guys, this is what it's going to be like going to the Quantum, Summit. We're going to be you're going to get that watch cool speakers, but we're going to be hanging out. We'll be talking all kinds of stuff. XRP, talking about moon dates. You'll get to hear a lot of people who are in the know, who know things that others don't. So it'll be a lot of fun. That's one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to it, because it's, for me, I can fanboy a little bit myself, because just sit back and kind of like listen to the different speakers, and then you can have a chat with them later, like, hey, when you said this, tell me more about that, right? So that's the kind of event this is going to be. Everybody's going to be approachable. It's going to be a phenomenal event. I'm super excited to be going, so it'll be a good time. It's coming up quick, so.
And hopefully you'll get your friend the Bull to come down. That would be great.
I'm trying to get the Bull. If he answers me, I'm going to see if we can get the Bull there. It would be great.
Bearable Bull. My God. Can you imagine the Bearable Bull?
Because I've hung out with the guy in Australia. We had such a great time together. We hung out. We laughed. We did pretty much everything. We laughed our asses off. And then I saw him again.
How tall is he? Is he like a towering guy?
He's as tall as I am. I'll give you here. Let me show you a picture. I'll show you as we're talking here.
Yeah.
Let me go in here and I'll show you a picture from earlier, because there's a picture of us together. I'm with Blockchain Backer. Let's see. I'm with Blockchain Backer.
The appropriate party or the proper party?
Well, I was there too, but no, this was in Australia. So let's see. I'm trying to. I'll find the picture.
What is it? Blockchain Backer, whatever. What is a Blockchain Backer went to Australia?
Blockchain Backer was in Australia. Hell yeah, he was.
Nice.
He was there, man. He was there. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking through some of these images. Well, there's a picture of us with Dirk. That's Dirk from X-Spectre. That was on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
There. Let's see. I'm trying to find the picture of us.
Who's that guy in the middle?
That's Jeff.
Is he that short?
That's Jeff. Yeah.
Let me see.
That's Jeff.
Or is he like on his knees or something? It's
just the worst 6'4". It's look, and we're like leaning in. So, and Dirk's bigger than me. Dirk is 6'6". So that's
like
why.
A kid, man.
That's why it looks that way. Oh yeah, and I'll find it. Waza?
I might.
You might know him on X. That's Waza.
Yeah.
Australian. So let's see who else. I'm trying to find the picture of us. I got pictures of. I'm trying to find the damn picture. So here it is. I found it. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is. There's the crew. This is Blockchain Backer, Crypto Eddie, Dirk, the Bearable Bull.
The Bearable Bull. There it is. How tall is he? Well, he's as tall as you practically.
He's almost as tall as I am. Yeah, there we are. So there we are hanging out. We hung out quite a bit there, man. That's it. So he was wearing the stocking over.
Is he Italian? What is he?
He was wearing the stock. I don't know, man. I mean, he was wearing the. I'll never say. But yeah, that's what we were hanging out there. You might know that guy there.
Oh yeah.
John Deaton right there. Yeah. So John and I.
I'm trying to get him in touch with what's his name. He's not really responding back. Sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't.
What are you trying to get? Because I can text him. What do you want?
Yeah, I want him to come to the Quantum Summit. What's his name? Fincham wants him there.
Fincham wants him there.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk. I'll text him tomorrow and see if he wants to come down for that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just
maybe he doesn't realize what kind of a deal this is. I mean, this could turn out to be really huge. We're trying to get some really big people, and off camera I could tell you, but I'm willing to throw a Hail Mary at the end, and if we could get some of the names that we're chasing right now to really finalize this deal, we got some really cool people coming. But some of the names we're talking about that if those materialize, we got our staff on standby, ready to write about 5-6 press releases that we're going to unleash to Yahoo, Reuters. What's that other one? Forbes, 189 million reach, literally. Right. Plus, we got a bunch of podcasters sitting in the wings that will immediately publicize that they're going to be coming. These huge names. We'll see. Hey, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen.
Dirk is Belgian. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Good dude.
Yeah.
Good dude. But anyway, I want to just thank you again for coming on.
Brother, thank you.
Guys, if you want to hang out with Jeff and I at the Quantum Summit, come on down. It's pretty inexpensive. I mean, you get a VIP ticket for almost the same, a little bit more than a regular ticket. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, tell them to go watch the video on the website. Watch the video, and it's all you can eat, by the way. Okay, so if they're feeding you like meat or shrimp or scallops, it's all you can eat.
There it is right there. There it is. Go look at the speakers. Guys, I'll see you guys there. We'll talk about it more on the run-up, but that's all we have here tonight. We will see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.
Let me just find the out one here. So hang out for a little bit, Mel. Chip and Mel out. See you guys in the next one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.